Today's video is going to be all about Sonos and not necessarily the speakers or the software or anything like that. It's more so about the state of Sonos as a company and hopefully answer a few questions as to why a lot of Sonos customers have received an email recently over the past few weeks from Sonos directly telling them about how all the products that we have purchased from Sonos are going to be no longer supported moving forward. No more software, no more firmware updates, and to add fuel to the fire, they're not even going to be compatible with some of the newer products that people have bought. And so justifiably, a lot of people are upset. I've had a ton of DMs, a ton of comments, a ton of messages regarding this topic. People are a little scared. They're a little freaked out. And I understand why. So today's video, hopefully I can answer some of your questions out there, explain to you why this is happening, and let you know that, you guys do have some power. You guys do have action you can take, and it's not all lost. It's not all over, and hopefully just leave you guys a little bit better than I found you. So stick around, enjoy this video. And if I don't answer a question that you did have, just leave it down in the comments section below, and I will get to it as fast and accurate as possible. Okay, guys, so first thing I want to do is jump into who exactly this is going to affect, and we're going to do that by going over to the Sonos website, and we're going to check out the Sonos Legacy and Modern Products page. This way we can identify if you happen to be a person that this is going to affect. So this is what the Legacy products are consisting of: the Sonos Bridge, the Sonos Connect, the one that's manufactured between 2011 and 2015, the Sonos Connect Amp, again, the one that's manufactured between 2011 and 2015, the CR200, the Play 5 Generation 1, because the Generation 2 is considered a modern product, so you're still good there if you have the Generation 2, the ZP80, the ZP90, the ZP100, and the ZP120. So if you do not have one of those products that we just went over, one of the legacy products, this update does not affect you, and you're still good to go, and you're still going to be getting software updates, and you're all good. So don't stress out. Don't worry about it. All right, now that we've clearly identified who this affects, let's find out what exactly is happening, and we'll just jump back to this other page here. So on the Sonos website, it says this is the end of software updates for legacy products. So what is happening? Some older Sonos products have been stretched to their limits of their memory and processing power, and they are now classified as legacy products. So starting later this year, and it says right below May 2020, these legacy products will no longer receive software updates and new features. So that's exactly what's happening. The legacy products are no longer receiving support, software, or firmware updates. And so let's go ahead and dig a little deeper and find out what exactly is going to happen if you own legacy products, and then find out what you can do. So what exactly is going to happen if you own legacy products in your system? You don't need to take any action now, but you do have a few options after May 2020 when the update happens. You can either trade up or you can leave your system as is. If you want to trade up, Sonos is giving users an opportunity to have a 30% discount on some of the modern Sonos products through the trade up program. So basically, if you want to deactivate your legacy products and you want to trade them in for the brand new products that Sonos has on the line that are more modern, you can receive a 30% discount, and that's completely optional. Your second option is you can leave your system as is. So if after you stop receiving those software updates and firmware updates after May 2020, your system is going to continue to work as it currently does. Nothing is going to change. Nothing's going to happen. Now, over time, the functionality will be impacted due to the fact that the streaming services that you're using, like Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, and so many more, they will continue to innovate and update and do brand new software updates on their end, and those may not be compatible with the processor and the memory that you currently have in the legacy products, processors and hardware. So that's how it's going to be affected over time. Now, the one kind of monkey wrench in all of this is if you're a person who happens to have legacy products coexisting with modern products in the same ecosystem in your home, this is where it gets tricky, because even your modern products are going to no longer receive the brand new updates for software and firmware unless you completely remove and retract all the legacy products out of your ecosystem. So that's where people are getting a little bit upset. So if you have a mix of the legacy products and modern products, you may want to be a person who takes advantage of that 30% off discount that they're giving you. But that's completely up to you, as all these options are optional. But that's completely up to you, as all these options are optional. All right, so we pretty much touched most of the bases, the who, what, when, where, why, but I just want to touch a little bit more on the why. This is nothing new. This is nothing we haven't seen before in the tech world. We are always pushing to innovate and excite, and we always want the biggest, the best, the latest, the greatest, the newest things. And sometimes when that happens, older hardware and older devices, they just aren't compatible anymore with the new software updates because as things continue to progress, for example, an old iPhone, when they first got the fingerprint scanner, an older iPhone, they didn't even have a fingerprint scanner hardware in it, right? So it's not compatible, it doesn't work. And it works a lot of times like that in a lot of different technology, and that's exactly what's happening here. Like I touched on before, when these streaming services that we rely on for our content that's pumping through our speakers, when they innovate, when they update, and when they do new software and firmware patches, sometimes the older hardware is just not compatible or it doesn't have a fast enough processor or enough storage on it. And that's why they're starting to become obsolete. It's a normal progression. This happens all the time. And the only reason I wanted to make a video and highlight it today is not to bash on Sonos by any means. Actually, it's on the contrary, it's a good thing. It just means that better products are coming out. We can be excited for the future. And at the very least, at least they're giving us a 30% off discount, because I've seen other companies do it before and they don't give any type of trade up program. So this is actually nice of Sonos to do. I wanted to make it to address a lot of the questions that a lot of my subscribers had. So I hope this video was able to help you guys out and answer some of the questions that you had today, because at the end of this, all I want to do is inform you guys and educate you guys and leave you a little bit better than I found you. And if you have any other questions that I wasn't able to touch on in today's video, just leave them down in the comment section below. And like I said before, I'll get to them as fast and as accurate as possible. I don't work for Sonos. I'm not sponsored by Sonos. I don't even talk to Sonos. So I do my best to do my research and answer the questions that I personally would have been looking for. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if it helped you at all. And until I see you on the next video, we out.